Alright, so just wanted to make this recording to recommend two pretty amazing Stephen King films that are currently available on Netflix. Quite honestly, this has been an amazing year to be a Stephen King fan, and the very best Stephen King films are not in theaters this year. I'm not even talking about It. It was good, but I actually think that these two are superior. The two best Stephen King adaptations I've seen so far are Gerald's Game and 1922, and they are both available on Netflix right now, so please check them out. Gerald's Game is based on a novel by Stephen King. It is about a middle-aged couple who head out to a cabin in the middle of nowhere for a romantic, kinky weekend. And their new thing is to use handcuffs. So Gerald, the husband, handcuffs his wife to the bed, and they argue, and sadly he passes away from a heart attack, and she is now left completely alone in the middle of nowhere, has to try to survive on her own, handcuffed to a bed, and nobody knows where they are. It's really a psychological thriller, very faithful to the novel, and it's really about our past demons and sort of our past ghosts, but there are a lot of really creepy sequences in the movie as well. Carla Gugino, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Gugino or Gugino, is excellent in the role. So is Bruce Greenwood. A really methodical, character-driven acting piece that I think a lot of people are going to love, and it's chock full of other Stephen King references as well. So if you know your Stephen King, you're gonna like this even more. So, Gerald's Game comes highly recommended. Both of these films actually have a lot in common with a Stephen King novel called Dolores Claiborne. There are a lot of direct references to that story as well. So if you're familiar with that story and that movie, then you'll recognize them both here. The other film that I wanted to recommend, also on Netflix, you can check it out right now, is 1922. This is a story of a very stern, traditional Southern farmer called Wilfred, played beautifully by Thomas Jane. It's about him and his family. They live on a large farm, about 100 acres of farmland, in the year 1922. He is a very stern, strict, traditional Southern farm boy, so to speak, but amazing performance once again. But he ends up arguing with his wife about the land. Should they sell it? Should they keep it? And she says she wants to divorce him as well. Eventually he finds that horribly the only way for him to keep his land is to murder his wife. So he starts to convince his son that they have to murder her. And that's just the beginning of their troubles. Very faithful to the short story. It's actually based on a short story from a collection called Full Dark, No Stars, and this is a wonderful film, really well photographed. Like I said, beautifully acted by Thomas Jane. He just disappears in this role. He is completely gone in this role in the best way possible. And yeah, beautifully photographed, really atmospheric, character-driven, just a fantastic film. That's why I really wanted to make a video, just to recommend these to you, because I want people to see these, because it is not the only worthwhile Stephen King adaptation this year. You have to check these movies out. They're on Netflix right now. No excuses. It's about time for Halloween, so go check them out. These are slow burn movies. They're character driven, and they're more about guilt, and they're basically about things in our past that come back to haunt us, or ill deeds that come back to haunt us. So these are not your average popcorn horror movies. They're not going to be jump scares every 5 minutes or so. But I think people are really going to enjoy these. I certainly enjoy these, and quite honestly, I think these are going to be contenders for not only some of the best Stephen King adaptations, certainly they're way up there, but some of the best movies of the year, frankly, for me personally anyway. So anyway, that was my short recommendation video. Please check these two out. Again, Gerald's Game and 1922, both based on Stephen King stories. So anyway, happy October. Hope you guys are getting ready for Halloween. Take care of yourselves, and I will catch you in the future. Bye.